Hey everybody, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another action figure countdown. Today we're looking at my top 5 favorite Mandalorian figures from the Black Series line. And to start things off, we have some honorable mentions. Ahsoka Tano is the first. Man, this figure just barely missed the cut. And yeah, she's just one of my favorite characters of all time. She probably is my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Growing up on the Clone Wars. So yeah, she's the first one. The second one is like the Mandalorian in his first appearance armor. Like I really think this armor is super underrated. I love like the shore trooper pauldron right there. I really hope we get to see this armor again in live action someday. Like probably like a flashback sequence or something like that. Very underappreciated. And Paz Vizsla, cause you're a big chunky boy. And how can you forget the child? And without further ado, let's get the list started with number 5. And at number 5, we have Din Djarin. And yeah, I mean, this one does like a serviceable job on the shelf. Obviously, there's that new one coming out later this year. That'll probably, if it was out now, it would probably be my number 1. You know, it's such a good looking figure. I need it. But this guy serves the job just fine. You know, he serves a purpose on the shelf. That's just to fill out space for now until I could get my hand on a few of those. What is it called? The Maldo Cress Mando, I think. But yeah, like articulation is pretty limited here. The rubber cape is just kind of, it's okay looking. And Din here isn't actually alone because there's also the build-up Mandalorian. This came out as a Target exclusive, I want to say in late 2020, maybe 2021. And yeah, I'm using the Dark Trooper little flying effects for the jetpack. They plug in just fine. And you're also able to move them a little when they're in. And for the jetpack, I did actually cut around the rubber cape. I could have done like a better job doing this or just did something else entirely. But I did cut a big open spot back there so the jetpack could plug in and the rubber cape could also be on at the same time. I mean, it looks fine. Obviously I messed up a little right there. But yeah, now, and this one, the build-up pack from Target actually has a distinction where it's the only, I want to say it's the only unmasked Din Djarin that we have, like, on this body. I know there's that one from that one episode with Bill Burr, but let's see. Yeah, and this head sculpt is really rough. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. It's, these guys serve a purpose, you know, they're just going to fill out space until the new one comes out. So, yeah. And coming in at number 4 is Luke Skywalker from the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. Now, this is the one that like just beat out Ahsoka Tano in my mind because like before I thought Ahsoka was going to be on this list, probably like number 5 and then Din Djarin at number 4. But then I like started playing with this guy again and I'm like, wow, this figure, like I'm blown away by him. So yeah, the cloth goods cape off the bat is so good. You know, it does the job so well, and like it doesn't. Yeah, it just looks so cool, and you can take it off, and yeah, that's Luke right there, and I think it might be the best likeness to Mark Hamill we've gotten so far. I know like Black Series has some trouble recreating Mark Hamill's face. I'll show a few examples on the screen right now. Yeah, they don't really hit the head of the nail too often, but when they do it good. And yeah, they did Mark Hamill justice here, and yeah, just the posability, the lightsaber. Now, this might be a personal bias on my part because green lightsabers are my favorite. That's my like chosen lightsaber color for everything. I love green lightsabers. You know, going back to seeing Return of the Jedi for the first time and seeing Luke pull out that green lightsaber, this one, and just being blown away by it. And then like going on to the sequel, seeing Qui-Gon with it, Yoda. Yeah, I just love green lightsaber with all my heart. And we get to see that version of Luke, you know, the Return of the Jedi here. Not exactly like Return of the Jedi, but, you know, still. And yeah, it's just such a good figure. And coming in at number 3 is the Dark Trooper. Yeah, these guys, they didn't have a lot of screen time, all right? Like, they barely had an episode to themselves, but still, they are just such cool figures. I love droids. I love collecting droid figures, and these dudes are so badass. I love them so much. Now, bring out the effects again. Like they came with a decent amount of accessories. First off, these little flying effects when they kidnapped the child, and of course there are little blasters, so they could go pew, 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 pew. But what I think I like the most about these figures are like just how menacing they are on the display, how imposing they come across, like compared to other characters, like the Mandalorian right here. You know, yeah, just look at that. Having a Denhel, I brought back Luke. I just realized like 3 spots in a row have been dedicated to figures based on that season 2 finale, and I mean, well, hey, what can I say? It was a good episode. It was a really good episode. So yeah, the Dark Trooper is at number 3. Love this dude so much. And coming in at number 2 is Bo-Katan Kryze. Yeah, another character that Kryze. It's Kryze. Yeah, another character that I grew up on watching The Mandalorian. Yeah, just a really cool figure. I love this female Mandalorian body. I think it's the first female Mandalorian we gotten in the line. And yeah, like the hair is kind of, you know, I think it was a little darker in the show. Oh no, it was a lot darker in the show. This is obviously her season 2 appearance. Oh, again, another figure from that season 2 finale. It's a really good episode, but here, yeah, that's Bo-Katan right there. Yeah, just such a cool figure. Such a cool figure. Okay, correction. I actually just realized I made a mistake. So, the armorer, show a picture right here, was the first female Mandalorian in the Black Series line. But you know, this is a second, and it's still good nonetheless. It's such a great figure. I love the range, the little jetpack on the back. Sadly, like the only complaint is that there's not a hole like right here, so I can't plug in an effect. You could get like a Dremel or something to do something right there, but still, just such a cool figure. I love it so much. Katie Sackhoff right there. Hey, 2%ers, all right, everyone, my 2%ers. Anyone out there? That's such a bad reference. Why did I say that? My family watches these videos. I think the sculpt and the articulation of this figure is just perfect. And yeah, that's why it's my number 2 favorite of all time. And coming in at number 1, this might be a little bit of cheating, but it is the Imperial Stormtrooper. And I say it's a little bit of cheating because this guy, he ain't no Mandalorian character, right? He debuted over 4 decades ago, right? But this dude, this specific mold for the Imperial Stormtrooper made its debut under the Mandalorian line. Yeah, so the side art was Mandalorian. And yeah, I'm using that as like a little loophole to include him in this video, because if you were to ask me like what my top 10 just action figures of all time, not just Black Series, just action figures, this guy, this Imperial Stormtrooper would be in the top 3 easily. I have at least 20 of these, I want to say, in the display, like scattered all about. Like, I love this figure to death. I just love the army building like capabilities of him. And this one is actually a little different, marked by that blaster on the side with the flashlight. That's how you're able to tell them apart from one another, you know. But yeah, but this figure isn't alone, because there's actually 3 other stormtrooper figures from the Mandalorian that we've gotten using this mold. And that is, first up is the Remnant Trooper, Target exclusive. This guy is really, really cool. I love the weathering, how old and how just weathered in this outfit is. You know, I can't find the words for it right now, but yeah, just how worn it is. And really cool about this is that I actually got 3 of these from my mom. She drove up and down everywhere looking for these guys for me a few years ago. Uh, really cool figure with added sentimental value to it. And the next one we had was the Flame Trooper from the season 1 finale, or I think it was the episode before that. It was one of those. But yeah, look at that. In the flame accessory, the only downside is that it's inaccurate. It's supposed to be the other way. I've actually tried flipping it. It's impossible. It is what it is. You're never going to see the backside of this figure. You're only going to see the front and that flame. And the third is an Amazon exclusive. It was the really, dude? And the Amazon exclusive Artillery Trooper. Yeah. The Stormtrooper here is my favorite Mandalorian figure. Mandalorian figure. And yeah, that'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.